and they told me to call the owner on his cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him, and I sent him. He told me to send him an email, and I sent him the email. I sent him the products, and it was like a little pitch. And he said, "Okay, can you bring in about 200 products?" I didn't really have 200 products, so we had to hurry up and make 200 products. So I took him the 200 products. He wrote me a
Wow.
check, and that was the first store that I was able to get into.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I applied for Amazon and got denied. I
Mm.
got denied for Amazon, I think 15 times. And when I was applying for Amazon, I applied for Walmart as well. And
Mm-hmm.
Walmart sent me a congratulations letter like right away. So I got into Walmart, and after I think we've been in Walmart for 3 years now, right? Yeah,
Congratulations.
about 3 years. And we've been in Target for about 8 months now. Maybe 6 or 7 months now. Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, how does that feel to like just set your sights on something and then like just work so hard through denials and through so many no's and then you finally get those yeses?
Well, I don't like to be told no, so I know it's
Mhm.
always a way around things.
Mhm.
I am the type of person that if you tell me no, it can't happen, nope, it won't happen, nope, you can't get approved, I'm going to make a way for it to happen if I really
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
So the first time I met with the Target buyer, she was just like, I like the product, but you're just not ready. And I was like, okay, well, if you like the product, that's the start. That's all
Right.
I needed to hear.
Yeah.
So I kept her contact. And as I was, every month I would keep in contact with her like she was like a personal friend.
Yeah.
And I was sending her messages, hey, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and things like that. And I would just, start random conversations with her about the product, and she would humbly respond, unfortunately, I can't talk to you about that, but I do think you should do. And she said, that's not criticism. That's
Mhm.
just me telling you what I think.
Yeah. That's valuable information.
Yeah, no. And so she had to word it that way.
Mhm.
And with her being able to word it that way, I was able to take it as a friend is just helping me out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she ordered the products or took the products that I sent to her at that time to her
Mhm.
daughters at the time. And when she took them to her daughters, they went crazy. And she was
Yeah.
like, oh, my kids love these products. But I do think you should change the labels to this, this, that, and the other. And so we went through a whole transformation of labels
Mhm.
twice. We went through a transformation of logo. We just
And
basically
that's
had,
expensive.
it's especially if you're already selling high volumes, and now you have to not use these labels anymore, even though you have like 3,000 labels already made up, and
Right,
now you have
right.
to switch it over. So we had to and also we had to increase the products. At the time, I was only selling 4 ounce unicorn shea butters with
Mhm.
maybe just the 8 ounce lotion. So we
Mhm.
had to create a full collection, which is the 4 ounce shea butter, 8 ounce shea butter, 8 ounce lotion, 2 ounce lotion, and a lip butter, and a unicorn sugar scrub, and a unicorn soap.
Woo! That's a lineup, baby.
A lot, because the thing is, when you put your products into Target, and yeah, it's great when you get accepted, but they don't want to just buy one product. They want to
Mhm.
buy a full collection. So when a person comes into the store, if they're eager to buy one thing, they're going to want the full collection.
I see. That's
And they're
that's
going,
a major key right there for the
yeah.
entrepreneurs that are paying attention that want to do something similar.
And
Major key.
I never realized, because I thought, oh, if I could just get one product and I can get them all. And no, it's all
Mhm.
different buyers for all different departments,
Mhm.
that have to, and then you have to send your products to different certificated certifications to get certified through different things. So if you say 4 of your products have a certain have a certain ingredient in it, they have to be
Hmm.
certified. And
Right.
if all of the other products are similar, but they have a different ingredient or lack that ingredient, they have to go through a different certification. All of these
Oh,
certifications are about anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000. And
wow.
yeah, they have to be approved by like the USDA. It's a lot of different things that you have to do to get into stores because they don't want to fall on lawsuits. The insurance that you have to have has to be over $5 million,
Ooh.
because if anything happens to anybody and
Hmm.
your product states that this was not supposed to happen and it falls back on them,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a major key as well.
Yeah,
You gotta
gotta
have
be
that
ready.
protection in place. Yeah.
Gotta be ready. Is and I'm glad it took the time that it took because when I applied, I was not ready. I
Hmm.
wasn't ready for the amount of sales that Target gets. I
Hmm.
wasn't ready for the amount of the capital that I would need
Hmm.
to get, because they don't just hand you a check when they say, "Oh, we want 10,000 products." They pretty much make you work for it. You got to put your stuff out there, see if people are going to buy it, whatever it
Hmm.
is, and then they'll pay you maybe 30 to 60 days after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you have to prove yourself. If nothing happens and they have your stuff and nothing happens within those 30 to 60 days, they
Hmm.
can send your stuff back.
Okay.
And when they send you your stuff back because nothing sold, well, it didn't sell at the volume that they wanted to sell, you
Hmm.
have to pay them. You have to pay for them to return it. You got to pay for their stocking. You got to pay for their return. It's a lot of different
Wow.
fees that they have. A lot. I think it's so far that I know of is about 17 different fees.
So dealing with all of this and just, knowing that, okay, I put my hard work into it and like you're seeing everything grow, like what would you say was important, in terms of being able to catapult you to where you are and being able to take care of yourself as a business owner? Like you're dealing with a lot, you're juggling a lot, you got a lot of stress. Like, how are you taking care of yourself as a business owner throughout all of this? Like, how are
Um,
you managing?
well, at first I didn't pay attention to myself. You know, I paid
Mm,
attention to everything that was around me, whether it's family, business, finances, everything else that's around me.
mm,
Um, it took for me to go through a lot of health issues to pay attention to myself. You know
mm,
how sometimes they say, "Oh, your body's trying to tell you something."
mm-hmm.
So when I would be in pain, high blood pressure, like I remember one time I was in the hospital with high blood pressure and my makeup artist had issues at the event they were at. I had to leave the hospital, go get these spoiled brats breakfast and take it to them. It
Oh my
doesn't
God.
matter what I was going through at the time. I had to go because they were I think the people who booked us at the time, they had got them a hotel, a limo, everything. But the hotel that they stayed at, I think they ordered them like crab cakes and everything else for breakfast, like a high end breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they wanted like Krispy Kreme and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was like, I had to drive an hour away
Oh
and
my
it was just
God.
a mess. So I didn't really pay attention to myself in the beginning.
Okay.
But I start going to a doctor that's close to me and he was like, "Oh, you need to take a break. You had a stroke. You're not going to be able to walk the same." And he was just
What?
telling me a lot of different things, and then like he was saying it really fast,
Mm-hmm.
so I couldn't process it. So I'm
Okay.
like, "What do you mean? When did I have a stroke? What do you mean?" It just did not process to me the way
Mm,
that a doctor's supposed to sit you down and
mm-hmm.
prepare you for some things. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't do that. So I didn't have
Okay.
time to get prepared for illnesses or medications or anything. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I still didn't fall back. I was in the process of getting the products into Target. And I knew I was in the process, but I also couldn't walk.
Mm.
So I went to the doctor the first week of January. Yeah, the first week of January last year. And he
Wow.
said, if you don't get surgery in the next 48 hours, you're gonna be paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of your life.
Mm.
So I was like, what? It was just craziness. So yeah, I had to get emergency surgery,
Mm.
and they did surgery on my spine. I got a spinal fusion,
Okay.
and I still signed the contract 2 days after I got out the hospital.
Wow.
In a neck brace on medication. But
Wow.
even though I had to do so much to get prepared for Target,
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to let my team work and do what they're paid to do.
Okay.
So having a team is important when you are trying to be a boss and you're trying to be who you say you are. You're a boss, you're this, you're that. You got money to pay people to do what they're educated in doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a team in place and I let them do their job.
Because
I,
you had to though.
I had to. It was no way possible that I was able to do anything. Like I could not do
Mm.
anything. So I would say waking up in the morning, being able to put my feet on the ground, which I wasn't able to do last year,
Mm-hmm.
um, is a big deal for me. So I've learned how to take care of myself by just treating myself special. And I really, really, really like myself now. Like I used to be really insecure, didn't want to get in front of the camera. I didn't want to do a lot of things because I was insecure in who I was and didn't think. I remember one person told me, she said, "You need to let a white person be the face of your brand because they'll buy it. They'll buy it faster. If I knew that you was the face of the, if I knew you was the business owner, I wouldn't buy from you." There's a black woman told me this.
What?
Hmm. So and yeah, she was like, you need to have diversity, which is
Mm.
important. But she said you
Diversity
need,
is important.
yeah, she said you need to have either a young white girl or an Asian girl be the
Mm.
face of your brand.
Mm.
So at first, I thought because she's into business as well, but not the same sort of business I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought she was right. I went out and
Mm.
found models to be faces of my brand.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do anything. I
Mm.
started marketing my brand. I started doing lives. I started talking to my customers and being
People
trans,
are there for you, for Bella Rose.
which is what I had to learn. But I
Yeah.
had to learn this, being transparent with my customers via email, via social media, however it
Mm-hmm.
is, being transparent with them, letting them know if I'm going through things or not, if
Yeah.
I am fully available for them, because sometimes as business owners you are not 100% fully available.
Yeah, and that's about the transition, and it happens.
Yes.
Nobody's fully available for, anything. Like there's so many distractions that are out there, and then even like some business owners are trying to manage and figure out how to do their social media while they're doing the business that they're doing. So it's
Yes.
just a lot out there. I just want to applaud you
Thank
for
you.
everything you've done, for all of your hard work, for finally listening um, to your body. And I want to encourage you just to continue taking care of yourself and, continue relying on your team. And
Yeah,
it,
and relying on myself. Um, a lot of times I used to feel like I couldn't do things because I was in my own head, you
mm,
know. But
mm-hmm,
getting up in the morning, I write on my little sticky notes, little cards I write onto
mm-hmm,
myself on sticky notes. Things like that. It just keeps me motivated. Just having in the morning, instead of listening to my trap music, I
mm-hmm.
listen to positive motivation first. Then
Yes.
when I go to do other things, I listen to my little trap music. But I like to hear other people, which is affirmations. I like to hear people let you. Oh, there we go. when people tell you different things about yourself, like I've learned certain things. I had to, you know how you go in your closet and you're like, I don't know what to wear. I don't have nothing
Mhm.
to wear. Listening to this one person's podcast taught me how to change my train of thought
Mm.
going into my closet. So I pretty much revamped my whole closet and threw away all my old clothes because, as the person was saying, that's not you anymore. You probably bought these
Ooh.
clothes 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and that's not you anymore. So
Yeah.
you have to buy who you are, buy into who you are, and
Mhm.
buy nice things. So when you go into your closet, you're not just throwing things on, you're dressing nice intentionally or unintentionally sometimes because, and you know, people might say, oh, you look so nice. You're like, that's all I really had in my closet. So if you have nice things in your closet, you're always going to look nice. You're always going to
Yeah.
smell nice if you have, you know, things to smell good. Things should, little things like that is what
It's
is
quality over quantity.
exactly. And I was just
Yeah.
telling my marketing team we're doing a new campaign on new products we have rolling out. And she said, "Well, you have to tell me what it is that you want this campaign about." I said, "I want it to be about me." She
Yeah.
said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Luxury." And I
Yeah.
said, to a lot of people, luxury is like having designer things or whatever. Luxury to me is having the comfort to not get out the bed at 6 a.m. and fight in traffic, or
Mhm.
not have to struggle with your kids to get them dressed and take them to school, or not have to worry about different complications with your health, or that's a luxury to me.
Mhm.
And being able to do what you want, when you want, how you
Mhm.
want, that's one of the biggest luxuries I have.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, that's perfect. So
Yeah.
I want to stress those things to people that they don't have to have the most expensive things or
Mhm.
the best of the best, because sometimes that stuff don't mean nothing to you. You
Mm-mm.
buy it and you'll have it and it'll just be sitting there and you're like, why did I waste all that money on that?
Yeah.
Unless it's a vacation. A vacation is an experience.
Yeah. I definitely believe in experiences
Yeah.
over things for sure. So,
Yeah.
Bella Rose, for people who want to connect with you and find out what's going on with your new campaign, how do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
Everything is Bella Rose Passion. Bella Rose Passion on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website,
Yeah.
YouTube, everything Bella Rose Passion.
Mm. Well, thank you so much for inspiring us all. Any last words? Anything else you want to leave with all of the subscribers, the listeners, the watchers, viewers of the Art of Transition podcast?
Absolutely. Take yourself, make yourself a priority and take what you have as an importance. Make yourself important. Um, that was something I did not know about myself when I first started this journey.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I make myself important, I make
Mm-hmm.
everything about my products, my family, everything that I know is important. If it's not important, I don't want to pay no attention. But make yourself important. And I think as business owners get more evolved in their brand, they notice what's important.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much once again. If you have not subscribed to the Art of Transition podcast on YouTube, we are here highlighting Black excellence in entrepreneurship. It's Dr. Erica Jones with Ms. Bella Rose. We're signing off.